Alrighty, hopefully we're recording. Am I sharing my screen or no? Because when you come back, you're not sharing. Got it, hold on.
We can see your screen. It's still sharing.
When you start sharing, it makes the little yellow box go away.
But I don't have the yellow box anymore.
It makes it go away.
When you start recording.
Yeah, sorry, we start recording.
What an excellent beginning to this recording. Hi, all of you watching this recording. Okay, let's talk about regression somehow. There we go. All right, so before we get into this more complicated piece, I want to review our multiple predictors. I'm getting way ahead of myself. First, I want to talk about your homework assignments. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Hold on a second. What I would like to do is get a couple of examples. Can I have a few people who feel pretty good about what they did in their homework assignment? And I'm going to take some notes on what we actually reviewed here. What we reviewed, what we actually did. Totally skipped that part. Where's my Zoom? Hi, guys. That counts for people at home or people not at home. Did anybody use the example data set that I gave you? Yes? You want to tell me about I know what your outcome was because I made it be something. So this is the grad student data set. Can you tell me what the outcome was? I already forgot. It was number. Publications, I think?
Let me go back to my homework.
Okay, thanks. I should have warned you I was going to do this. That's my fault. Like I said, Spider-Man. We're just... There's a statistics conference this week. So I'm actually supposed to be in DC. I was in a session and sort of shut it off and turned this on, so I'm a little bit out of it today.
I think the number of peer-reviewed articles.
Yes. All right, so that's our Y. Can you tell me about what your X, what did you use to predict it?
I found that uploaded.
Oh, it's not, you can't get to it?
No, so I really can't remember. I think
that's okay.
Did they finish their master thesis?
Have you already finished your master's thesis? Yes or no?
Like in the same program or?
So then our equation here would be y equals b0 plus b1 times master's thesis. So that was basically the equation you were looking at. Y, the predicted y being number of articles, expected number of articles, B0 plus B1 times master's thesis. And if you can't get to your homework, then we'll see if I can get somebody else who has homework handy, and you can tell me what is on, what your coefficients are. Anyone else? Come on, we're a safe space.
I just didn't use the data that you.
Great. I'll have you go next.
So I did looking at a student's mastery goal orientation, which is a measure of motivation. Predicts their beliefs about learning from errors, learning from mistakes, basically.
both continuous variables?
Yes.
So-
They're both measured on a scale from 1 to 7 and 1 to 5.
This one's 1 to 7 and this one's 1 to 5? Or backwards?
Beliefs about error is, 1 to 6, and then motivate the mastery orientation is 1 to 5.
1 to 5, got it. Is this, more is more goal orientation?
Yes, so a higher score in the mastery goal orientation means that they are greater tendency towards mastery goals, which is a good thing. And a higher score on the beliefs about errors indicates a stronger belief in the ability to learn from errors, which is also a good thing. And I did recenter both of these around 0.
Ooh. Higher score, and this one is stronger belief to learn. So when you say centered around 0, do you mean centered at the mean or centered?
I centered it to 0, so
Centered
that
it
like 0 would be like, no, I do not think we can learn from error, or no, I have these, I do not use mastery goal.
Like, that would be the lowest possible score.
Yeah. So just subtracted 1 from the composite score.
So 0 is low, you did that for both of these? 0, lowest possible score. Sorry, folks at home, just tell me, repeat something if you can't hear. I'm trying to document it all in the slide so that you can see it. Okay. So now, can I get your results? Ooh, puberty at last. Results.
So do you want my beta value?
Yes, how about a B0?
B0 is 0.889. And B1 is 0.778.
778.
Do you want the significance for them?
Uh-huh.
Significance for B0 is 0.407,
7.
and significance for B1 is 0.012.
Okay, and what about an R squared? Did you get one of those?
My R squared is 0.155.
155. Okay, cool. So this, and then, did you read these from your first result or your second result? Because I had you do this in regression and then again in ANOVA. From the regression result? Okay, that did align a little bit better to all the ways I showed you last time, so that would make sense. So within this, what's your takeaway here from this R squared?
About 15.5% of the variance accounted for, of the variance in students' beliefs about learning from errors is accounted for by their mastery goal orientation.
Uh-huh. Can you all see that, or is that hiding? No. Master goal. Colby, is that weird? Can you see yourself twice?
It doesn't show.
It doesn't show them? Oh, man, boy, Zoom is so cool. Good job. All right, so 15% of the variance in LFE is accounted for by MGO to be sort of shorthand here so we can all fit. And what about this B0? What does that mean?
So for a student that is not inclined to mastery goal orientation with a score of 0, their beliefs about learning from mistakes score would be predicted to be about 0.889. However, best value is not significantly different from 0 because P equals 0.407.
Yes. What does it mean that this value is not different from 0?
It would be similar prediction if you said 0 versus if you said that. It wouldn't.
Sort of. So here at the intercept, we're talking about the expected score, the expected beliefs about learning from mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So the expected beliefs about learning from mistakes are no different than 0. So that's like no different than the lowest possible score on these. Yeah, awesome. All right, how about this one?
For every 1 point increase in the student's score for mastery goal orientation, it would be expected that a student's score for beliefs about error would increase by 0.778. And this is significantly different from 0.
Learning from mistakes, from mistakes would increase wow, that's huge. Which is, I think I heard you say, which is significantly different from
Yeah.
0. Cool. Yes, excellent. Does that follow? Does that make sense? Did you follow that line of argument that I don't really, for the life of me, I do not understand mastery goal orientation and what it means to have more of it, but I understand that having more of it means you're more likely to think learning from mistakes is a thing you can do, right? Yes. I love that. Okay, great.
I have a question about the recentering.
Uh-huh.
Is there a particular reason why it had to be recentered at 0?
So it didn't have to be recentered at 0, but it always helps to be recentered at 0 so that when we're talking about these relationships, especially this one, the B1 slope relationship, we are talking about it at a point on the scale that exists. Just like when we were talking about that before she met you, she must have hated you. That obviously is not the case, but if we were interpreting our regression coefficient at age 0, then we would probably interpret it as hate on some sort of love to hate scale.
Oh, I just realized it's because the original coding was 1 through 5, right?
Oh,
So
yes.
it's just saying that 1 is 0. Okay.
Yes, that's a much easier answer to the question than I was trying to give you, but yes. If the scale does not include 0, recentering it to 0 can help with interpretation. Anybody else up there? No? Okay. I'm going to, I don't know, do we prefer parts? I kind of like parts, so I'm going to stop.